Hello, I'm standing next to my sour cherry, and this tree, you can see, has a very dense canopy, and it is still tall as well. And you see the central leader is leaning the tree to the left. I tend to fix it with removing this and choosing a leader over there. So again, with me, I have a pruning saw, I have my hand pruners and loppers. So, and let's have a look what we can do over here. Now, sour cherries, they produce blooms on old wood, on these fruit spurs, and at the bottom of the last year's growth as well. So keep that in mind. Let's have a look then. Again, 3Ds: dead, damaged, diseased. Dead ones, I can't see, but if I find it during the pruning, I will remove them then. No disease, no damage, no broken. Then I go around the tree as usual and examine it. I already concluded that the central leader is way to the left and needs to be adjusted to the right. And then we need to open up this canopy. There's a lot of inward growth everywhere. Same thing over here, like on my most trees, I have scaffold tier here, 1, 2, and maybe third one is developing over there. But let's have a look then. Inward facing, next is inward facing branches, crossing branches, and branches that are growing straight down towards the ground. So this one here is in. That's very small and weak, but I will not remove this little branch altogether because you remember last year's growth at the bottom, there's fruit spurs. So I'm just gonna cut it a lot shorter. There's a damaged one. For example, over here, I have this one growing straight up. That's not ideal, but I don't want to remove it altogether because here these ones are fruit spurs. I will be reducing it this way. So I'm opening up the canopy, letting the light in, but I'm not removing these because cherries, they produce on fruit spurs and on the last year's growth, but only last year's bottom has fruit buds. This one is facing inwards, but again, I'm not removing it altogether, only removing most of the growth and keeping these fruit buds I have over there. So now let's have a look at these scaffold branches. I want to reduce height a little bit, so I will be sacrificing some fruit buds, but that's normal. I want to reduce this. But the ones that are growing towards the ground, I'm removing. And some long, weak growth as well. awkward shape branches I remove as well. Now I don't need this here. I have already 3 branches, scaffold branches over there. I don't need any between my chairs. So I'll be removing this altogether. Redirecting this growth. Or remove it altogether. I would have wanted to do a reduction cut here as well, but I don't have branches that I would like for that. So next one, reduction cut. And this branch is very weird shape. I will remove it. Reduction cut. I'm removing lower and damaged one. Reduction cut to open the canopy. Heading cut, reduction cut. 2 mini branches close to each other. Reduction cut. 1 branch growing towards the ground, removing it. Reduction cut. So, already looking better. So let's tackle next year. This one has a weird growth. Kind of not needed. Kind of growing underneath the scaffold. Reduction cut. Reduction cut. And again, straight up growing. I will just reduce and keep the flower buds. And the one that is growing towards the ground, removing it. I will remove this. Again, towards the ground. Again, no proper branch to do the heading reduction cut. These ones again, too close to each other. I will actually be removing this altogether. Heading cut. Reduction cut. Removing straight up growing branches and leaving fruit pods. And the one removing completely the one that is growing towards the ground. So, reduction cut. So here I have a bunch growing towards the canopy, again reducing them and leaving only flower buds. This one is growing towards the ground, removing it. Again reducing and keeping flower buds only and doing a reduction cut, heading cut. Reduction cut. This one is facing away from the branch. Again, reduction cut. This one here is growing underneath the scaffold. This one as well. Let's make a reduction cut. Straight branches reducing and keeping flower buds. So reduction cut, keeping flower buds. And over here I want to do also something. Reduction cut over here. There's too many of them. I'll be removing the middle one. Or not. Again, decisions. Okay, for now I'm actually removing the one that's on the right. Keeping this one. I made a reduction cut over here, and I'm maybe then doing reduction cut. But I want this lateral to grow a little bit away from the scaffold main branch. Okay, and reducing growth that is straight up and removing downward growth. This one's heading inside, removing most of the growth, keeping flower buds. Now let's remove that left growth. And I'll actually remove it here as well. This growth. And there's two center leaders at the moment. So if this is my first tier, this is my second tier, then this, I would like to get the third tier somewhere over here, then this one is not needed over here. So this has potential becoming scaffold, and I'm hoping to get few over here as well. So this tree should get now plenty of sun. And I should get some fruits as well. This is how I prune my sour cherries.